So this episode is the conclusion of what people like to call the Sardonyx arc, which I think is kinda weird. Let me put that arc in perspective. You have Cry for Help, where it starts, then Keystone Motel, which is a direct continuation. Then you have 2 filler episodes, and now the conclusion. I get the way it's structured, I get that it had to have filler to give an idea of time passing, but it's not much of an arc, is it? It's a really small batch of episodes.
These crystal gems are a menace.
Ooh, the Stevens point of view rule is broken in this scene. They'll break it for establishing shots, but not for storytelling reasons? Weird.
My plan worked perfectly.
Good morning.
All of you Say Uncle haters are having flashbacks with that line, aren't you? Can we get a moon that isn't half full or totally full, please? Come on, just mix it up a little.
We found a secret way to track you, and we'll never tell you how, even if you ask nicely. Yeah.
I think this eyelid thing is a Japanese gesture that I don't get. I bet it makes more sense to people who have seen anime or other Japanese media where characters might do it, i.e. this show's writing staff.
Don't you gems have anything better to do than annoy me? Nope.
Well, they do have something better to do, kill her and put her in a bubble. Annoying her is just a bonus.
I don't have time for this. This planet has an expiration date, and I'm not gonna stick around to find out when.
Ooh, intense lore drop that this episode just glosses over. None of the characters ask what she means by this. Is Earth gonna be invaded? Are Homeworld gems gonna shoot it with some sort of Death Star? That reveal's coming up in a few more episodes. She does have a Mega Man Buster on her arm. Some people mention that she might have never needed it before being on Earth, so she didn't know how to use it until she was not only desperate, but had enough time to discover all of the features she never used.
What?
I think the shield is only the second largest one Stevens summoned, next to the one in The Return, when he tanked the shot from the hand ship. It might be bigger, I don't know for sure. Alright, this kind of tractor beam is busted. There's a character who uses it as their main weapon later in the show, and it's total bullshit. Like, the most powerful weapon in the show.
Doesn't anything work on this cruddy planet? I do! Huh? Ow!
Whoa, she just took a whole shield to the face and shook it off? I guess Peridot is tough, or Steven needs to work on his shield throwing. If Captain America did that, it would have busted her gem in half.
Amethyst, catch!
Destroy!
Oh, fuck yeah, you know I love some Amethyst whip grappling action. That's my favorite move she does, partly because she almost never does it. It's so versatile. And look how much power that is, it smashes a whole warp pad.
I got her! I got her!
Classic baseball blunder. You know what'd be funny is if the show had an episode where a bunch of characters played baseball. That's too stupid though, they would never do that.
Have a great weekend! I mean, I hope her weekend is not so great.
Come on, Steven. I know your trope is going to be that you want to redeem everybody, but Peridot is enemy number 1 right now.
Whenever she uses the warp system, her escape pod will instantly detect exactly where she is.
That's fucking cool, actually. Pearl using this modern gem tech to interface with the ancient warp pads makes so much sense. We've seen Pearl doing engineering before, but reverse engineering is a skill in and of itself. I love it when they show Pearl being smart instead of just telling us how smart she is.
It's Peridot. She's using the warps right now.
Wait, you're telling me that this pod projects a hologram so Pearl can stick her hand in it so she can then project a hologram? Okay, whatever floats your boat.
What we see before us is an ancient interplanetary gem vessel. Homeworld gems used these ships to travel across the cosmos and land here on Earth before the warp pads were built.
Cool history. Obviously, if this was a colony, the gems needed ships to arrive here. I like the take on the flying saucer design, too.
Let's focus on the task.
Ah, yes. The task at hand. No more dawdling. Let's go get Peridot.
I'm not sure why, but this line has been burned into my brain since this episode came out. It wasn't in any trailers, I think it's just her delivery, her enthusiasm. It's just really fun to say, the task at hand.
It's more like a greenhouse than a spaceship. Looks like Earth won this battle.
I really like this line. It's a total throwaway quote, but it's kinda powerful. Am I right or am I right? This ancient gem ship still uses holograms. I haven't seen enough gem tech to paint a full picture of their technological history, but it seems like they've always used holograms instead of physical displays. Makes sense, since gems themselves can be boiled down to sentient, hard light holograms.
You're the dull one if you think you can fly this wreck.
It's extremely subtle, and you have to turn up your volume pretty high, but there's a delay on this communication thing. You can hear the audio feeding back from the other side, really quiet. It's like talking over Discord to people who don't use headphones and being able to hear yourself, just super delayed.
Fly? I'm not using this vessel to fly. I'm using it to trap you.
There's a trope in fiction where derelict ships, be them spaceships or normal ocean ships, end up becoming dungeons full of dangerous booby traps for some reason. In this episode, it makes sense because Peridot is monitoring and controlling everything. It's still convenient that there are so many killing machines at her disposal.
Prepare yourselves for annihilation. Yeah.
You can hear the ship try to do something here. I think for the first time ever, we're seeing some gem tech where the batteries are dying. This is the second time I've talked about the sound design in this episode. I haven't got to talk about it in a long time, but so far it's on point. So what actually is Peridot's plan here? If she lands a hit on one of the gems and it ends up killing them, or if she even kills all of them, what then? They'll just reform and come after her again. I don't know if she'd be able to break their gems, and as far as I know, she doesn't know how to put them in a bubble yet. I'm not making a point here, I'm just wondering what's next after shooting them with a laser.
You're on fire, Steven!
That's 3 shields in one day.
It's good to see Steven using his shield more regularly. It's good to see any amount of action after the past few episodes with absolutely nothing for these characters to fight. Something that bugs me in science fiction settings is holograms with no visible projector. They had a projector in that first room, but not here. My stupid nitpicking brain needs to know where it's coming from, goddammit.
Garnet and Pearl, are you guys okay? We're fine.
You know, my immediate thought on my first watch of this episode is that they just got fucking smashed here. Nope, that's a door. They're fine for now. They're gonna get smashed slowly instead. Oh, well, there's a physical display, I think. My point on holograms is a bust then. New point, why have both? If you have holograms, why not use them for everything? Also, if you're gonna build a spaceship, only use the best technology. You hear that, NASA? No more Outlook on the next Artemis mission.
Things weren't supposed to turn out this way.
We'll get out of here somehow.
Oh, that's not what I mean. I really wanted to catch Peridot to make up for what I did.
This is going to be the only time I bring up Secret Team, but didn't they kind of make fun of that cliche of characters confessing their sins only when they're about to die in that episode? And now Pearl is doing exactly that. I don't mind that cliche that much, especially in this episode. They earned this moment in this episode. I'm no mechanical engineer, at least not professionally, but are these gears actually doing anything? They're not connected to anything physically, magically maybe. Also, these cogs hardly mesh with each other.
But it's true. No matter how hard I try to be strong like you, I'm just a pearl. I'm useless on my own.
The cry streak continues, and it's not at 2. I have to retroactively unbreak it. During a live stream, someone pointed out that Steven does cry in Onion Friend. We're at 15 now, goddamn. Also, this line is an insane bit of lore that the show hasn't covered yet. Just a pearl. Pearl is not the only pearl. This is the first evidence showing that there can be multiple of the same gem, and a little hint that maybe different gems have some sort of designation.
You're perfect. You're the perfect relationship. You're always together. I wanted to be a part of that.
You're wrong. I'm not as strong as you think. I fell apart over this. It's not easy being in control. I have weaknesses too, but I choose not to let them consume me. I struggle to stay strong because I know the impact I have on everyone.
This is something everyone needs to hear at some point in their lives. Garnet isn't perfect. Nobody's perfect. Being imperfect isn't about embracing those imperfections, it's about doing your best despite those imperfections. As goofy as it is, I can grok Sardonyx's giant fist hammer, but having that hammer turn into a drill is just too silly. I can't accept that. Having the dispute between Garnet and Pearl be resolved by them fusing into Sardonyx is perfect. She started as the representation of Pearl's fuck-up, but now they're both able to put that aside and bring her back. It's like perfect symbolism.
Surrender, Peridot. You have nowhere to run.
The crystal gems are gonna get you.
Steven's one-liners have been so Steven this episode. Sometimes the writers give him lines that seem too grown up, if that makes sense. But no, all of the lines he has in this one are totally things he would say.
What the? I
What the hell happened? Get this boy spine checked. I bet it's just perspective, but this does not look right.
Hey, get your touch stumps off me, you Steven.
Touch Stumps comes back in a later episode.
Yes, Steven! Don't let her go!
I know Peridot has to escape for the sake of the story, but Amethyst should have used her whip to grapple her again. I'm telling you, she does not make use of that move enough.
Your flight's been cancelled.
No.
If you were unaware that this wasn't Peridot's real foot, this is kinda fucked up. It's like a lizard detaching its tail to escape a predator, but Peridot's foot isn't gonna grow back. Did you know there's a slug that can remove its whole head for some reason? Nature's fucking metal.
Next time, we'll get the rest of her. Right, Garnet?
It's a good step forward.
Foot joke.
Finally.
I'm with Amethyst on this one. It's good to see the whole team back together. This whole episode is great. Despite not being much of an arc, like I said earlier, everything gets tied up nicely. I know I talk shit about filler a lot, but I don't think episodes like this would have as much impact if there wasn't some evidence of time passing. There are shows that move way too fast and don't have any breathing room because they try to cram too much into too short of a time. As brief as this arc is, I think it's perfectly paced. It's a shame that I won't be able to say the same for some of the later arcs. But if you want to see new videos from me a week before they premiere on YouTube, you can subscribe to my Patreon for just a couple bucks. The link is in the description as always. Biggest shoutouts to my Grandmaster patron, Scala LD. Grandmaster of Source? That can't be right. And shoutouts to my master patron, Geeky Game Guru, Master of Comedy. Well, that's not right either. Garnet's the Master of Comedy. Something's wrong. And shoutouts to my journeyman patrons, Bananas Are Violet, Boomblorp, Dr. Moon, Gage M, Horsey Jumper, JK Gamer 2146, Marsh, Max Buchek, Netabag, Sam Bishop, Silly Alien Lady, The Cloaked Goat, The One True Fusion, Tricky Van Ricky. When Peridot does the finger blast thing, she has the finger in the middle of her limb enhancer hand, therefore when she does that, I guess it goes on, but I think they ran out of characters. Wingo Dingo, Yotawo, and ZT the Fish Guy. Next episode is Nightmare Hospital. That's one of my favorites in this season.